Hello guys, welcome back, or if it's not your, or if it's your first time here, you don't have to subscribe or do any of that crap, because I don't care, I'd like it if you would, but ultimately it's not important. But today we are I'm ranking in my opinion, the top 10 Arrowverse premieres, and it can be stuff in the multiverse, not just Earth Prime. That's what I'm saying, but, I'm rambling. We have honorable mentions. They'll play after the intro. But speaking of the intro, why don't we roll that intro?
Sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith. The staff picked me. I find
Sure thing. Do what you wanna do. Malcolm Reed's doing, get in here! I can't tell you who to sock it to.
I was alone for many years. I discovered the strength inside myself to survive, to outwit, and outlast whatever true.
The anger was just under the surface for all of us. The whole city was ready to explode. He could only bury who he really was for so long.
Miles an hour?
That was before the equipment crashed.
What's happening to me?
While the city goes crazy, so does Barry's metabolism.
I can't believe it was over so quickly. After all that anticipation, why bother?
$20 for a fight that's over in 2 rounds.
The question is, which will blow up first?
This show is very interesting. It's the original 1990 Flash show, and they made the pilot an hour and 30 minutes long enough to be a home movie release. So I think that's why they did that. But also, it leaves a lot of time to develop Barry's character and all the characters for the first episode, and I thought that was really smart, and I like it.
Guess we had different ideas of how to do the job. We're gonna go see some old friends of mine. Ta-da! What's the matter, Gar?
Rachel, I like your hair.
Call me Corey.
What do you want from me?
I've been looking for you. There are people out there trying to hurt you.
Total badass.
I feel danger.
There you are.
Say what you want about Titans, but the first episode is really good. It's not great, it's not awful. The main problem I just have with it is that it doesn't introduce the whole team. It just introduces Dick, Rachel, and Corey, which isn't a big problem because those all are really good characters, but this episode, it just didn't introduce a lot of stuff. There's just one great fight scene.
Chief. My name is John Constantine. I'll drive your demons away. There are worlds beyond ours.
What happened?
Spirit took your body for a spin. You damned a girl to hell. Along with her, your soul.
I'm a nobody.
I hate to burst your bubble up, but you're not a nobody.
What is happening to me?
You're waking up, seeing the world.
This episode is amazing. Constantine, I think it's an amazing show. I don't know how it didn't get a season 2. I don't know how it didn't even finish its season. But what I do know is this episode is really good. But the main problem I have with it is also that lady doesn't return in later episodes. She's only this one episode. The only characters that return from this episode are Chas and Constantine, which
He will not be merciful for much longer.
We
should be out there punishing those responsible. Come on, I'll help you.
How could you possibly help me?
I have the ability to draw out people's forbidden desires.
You're psychic or something?
No, I can't read people's minds. I'm not Jedi. Watch and learn, okay? You're thinking about it, aren't you?
Do you two know each other?
No, but I know that look. So I wouldn't recommend it. I'm like walking heroin, very habit-forming. It never ends well.
I do yoga.
Hot.
This episode, straight off the bat, gives you the vibe of Lucifer, the show, and it just sets up the whole show. That's what a pilot episode should do. It introduces all the characters wonderfully. It just sets up the whole show. Stuff from season 1 is influencing season 5. I don't know. This show is just crafted beautifully and it looks beautiful. All the cast is great. I just like this episode.
Parents gone too soon.
Why'd you move the family here? Still looking for the simple life? 'Cause those days are gone, Clark. Long gone.
You got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Really wish I could get drunk sometimes. You're saying you're Superman?
Well, we've seen Superman before. We've seen him.
I think this episode surprised everybody on how great it was and how amazing it looks. This episode was so great. They gave it 90 minute airtime. So in total, the episode's like an hour long, which helps it so much. That extra 18 minutes that a regular episode wouldn't get helps this episode so much. In the beginning, just the beginning montage is why this episode should be up here. Bruce Timm, Alan Burnett, Paul Dini, all geniuses who wrote this episode. This episode, it's the first episode of Superman show, but it doesn't follow Superman. That's Superman right there in this episode. The person who it follows is Jor-El, while he's trying to stop Krypton from exploding, and we find out it's mainly Brainiac, which comes back later in the show. This episode's just genius.
Dad's on a hunting trip. He hasn't been home in a few days.
Swore I was done hunting. For good. We got work to do.
This episode just blew me away the first time I watched it. I knew Supernatural had 15 seasons, but I didn't know why. I thought it was just the CW thing. Well, they just renew crap every season. Let's be honest, they do. But this show is actually really good. I'm in season 6 right now, and this episode is still one of the best episodes out of the show on how it sets up everything in the show with Azazel and everything. It's just amazing.
It's me, Clark. I'm used to people judging me before they get to know me. Don't want anything to stand in the way of our friendship.
Sometimes people can surprise you.
We are the future, Clark.
A young man on the threshold of destiny.
We wanted to protect you. Protect me from what?
Michael Rosenbaum, Kristen Crook, and Tom Welling.
We didn't find you, Clark.
Man, this episode, Smallville is such a great show. I don't know why people hate on it. I think this episode is one of the best episodes of television ever. It is so great on just how it introduces everybody's character, and it's just a great story, man. The episode just has a great story, and it's a great pilot episode.
You know what I've become.
Oliver Queen is alive.
You came back from the dead. This calls for something so epic.
He was wearing a hood, a green hood.
We'll put out an APB on Robin Hood.
This episode by itself is amazing, but when you add in the flashbacks that they did within the first 5 seasons and then watch this episode, mostly with the season 5 flashbacks and how it leads into this episode, this episode is so great, and they had a 5-year plan that worked out besides season 4, but everything else besides that, and how he just comes home and is a vigilante. I just love this episode. It's great.
Your metahumans have been busy, but I need your help to catch Martin and anyone else out there like him. I can't do it without you.
I have something that might help. It's made of a reinforced tripolymer. It's heat and abrasive resistant. What if I'm not a hero? What if I'm just some guy who was struck by lightning?
I don't think that bolt of lightning struck you, Barry. I think it chose you, because you can inspire people, watching over your city like a guardian.
This episode it's just a classic. It's one of the greatest episodes of television, in my opinion, too. It's the first episode of The Flash. It ends with Harrison Wells seeing that Barry got struck by lightning, and standing up out of the wheelchair. It just has one of the greatest stories in an episode, and it's just great. It sets up everything perfectly, and I love that by this video. But that really is all for that's all, man. That's my top 10. Maybe it was different. Maybe if you want to comment down below and ask me how, like, I don't know, Batman, Superman the animated series is connected, I'll tell you. Go watch Arrowverse Connections. I didn't have a mic back then, so it's gonna be bad audio. Maybe this is bad audio, I don't know. But I just hope you enjoyed that video, and subscribe if you would like to. You don't have to, though. It would mean a lot to me, but you don't have to. You don't have to like, or if you subscribe, you don't have to turn notifications. But I'd say you should. Almost daily videos. I don't upload on Friday and Sunday though. But anyway, I'm rambling. Goodbye.